Hey guys, Jason Castle here, Bass Pro Electronics in the Garmin booth at the Miami International Boat Show. To see kind of a step back in the past where Livescope really started, the original Panoptix, which again everybody's like, what is Panoptix? I don't know what Panoptix is, blah 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 blah. This is Panoptix. Panoptix is a created term Garmin had for all-seeing live sonar. Then they came out with the ever popular Livescope Panoptix. So now everybody just refers to it as Livescope, but this is where it actually started. You got a PS21, 22, some model right there. Here's a 32 on a perspective mode mount and a PS31, the big brick. But if you go back in time, I think Jason Christie was one of the first pros really kind of running this stuff. If you step back, man, no one was really running or even talking about it until Livescope LVS32 came out. But these were more traditional forward-looking sonar. So kind of a neat view to step back in the past and see kind of where it came from. Still great products, but it was just a lot harder for people to understand this sonar technology. And now Livescope's ever popular because it's higher frequency, easy to interpret, see your lure. So step in the past, let's go to the future right here. This is the new Kraken. This was just a really cool display that I saw. It kind of break down componentry, kind of neat and clean, kind of see the whole midsection mount, foot pedal, and then your shaft links. Look at this bad boy right here. So on the new Garmin Kraken, this shaft right here, this is going to be their 90-inch. They classified as a 90-inch shaft. It's up there in the freaking moon, dude. I need a boat that's that long or that tall up there where that thing's not coming out of water. But new Garmin Kraken available in black and white. Black version's going to come with a GT56 transducer on the bottom for all your sonar. White's going to come bare, no transducer for your saltwater market. 63 inches all the way up to, again, the 90-inch. Right here, the Garmin Force, one of our most popular trolling motors. Garmin released this a couple years back. It's been super impressive. Brushless trolling motor. Down here on the bottom, you got a GT54 transducer, plug and play. And of course, you've got the Livescope LVS34 transducer. This thing is fishing gold right there. Easily mounted on the shaft. You can go in perspective mode, live view forward, and it's currently in down mode. Up here on the graph, the nice thing about Garmin electronics, so you can actually wirelessly connect the Garmin Force to your graph, and it comes with a super sweet remote control right here. Thing even floats. So on the remote control, it's got a really easy to read display. Brightness is down on it right now at the show, but you can actually access the menu and have all your settings for your trolling motor, program your buttons to your chart plotter to change screen. The list goes on and on. Really sweet, compact design. This comes with the Garmin Force freshwater model and the Kraken model. So visit our website, bassproelectronics.com. Get you a Force, get you a Livescope. Let's go fishing. Wanted to show you a new product that's going to be extremely popular. So a lot of people are familiar with the 1243 series displays. This was Garmin's newest graph. Now comes the 1643. You can get it in an XSV version, meaning you can plug it in a transducer. You can get it in a non-XSV version. We have sold a crap ton of 1243 units, mainly for Livescope. This is by far my favorite unit that Garmin makes because it's budget friendly. You're not going to blow the bank on the 86 series, which has a lot of ports that most people really don't need. The 1243 series is everything you need, screen resolution wise, connectivity, easy to view IPS display, so bright sunlight, viewing angles, polarized sunglasses, no match for these bad boy displays. The 16 series is going to be a little bit larger than your 86 series, so it's going to be a little bit taller footprint, but it's going to be the exact same plug-ins and connectivity as the 1243. I'm not sure on the gimbal bracket. I know on the 86 series you have to buy the gimbal bracket separate. I'm not sure if this one will come with it or not since it's a new product. But I know this is going to be extremely popular. I think it's going to top in and retail at $49.99. I better make sure on that, but it's going to be a great product where you're not having to spend $6,000 to get an 86 series if you want that 16-inch display. So Budget friendly, is going to give you everything you need. Of course, main showcase is going to be Livescope. Everybody's running Livescope. It's dominating the fishing market. So 16-inch, 12-inch, you can't go wrong on either the 1243 or now the new 1643, showing off the new PS70 Livescope transducer. Check out this bad boy. This thing is absolutely massive. I can't wait for the first bass fisherman to try and put this on the transom of the boat. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, it's going to be for center console market, offshore fishing. This thing is Livescope into the 1,000 depth range. So what's going on here? This is a big deal. This is a fairing block. So if you mount it on an angled transducer, you can cut the fairing block, match the angle. So obviously, it's going to be pretty tricky to install. You're going to need a certified installer like us. To take care of that. You can pocket mount it as well. So you can recess this in a fiberglass pocket on the hull of the boat. What's going on in here? There's actually 3 arrays. Garmin has designed 3 arrays in this bad boy. One looking left, one looking down, one looking right. So you got multi-array transducer. Let's look on this graph. Kind of give you a picture. You're going to be able to see, this is more a real 3D historical view, but you're actually going to have multiple elements in live transducer mode to where you can view underneath the boat. So what this is going to do is this is going to take you into live side imaging. And that's going to be available on the new PS70 from Garmin. So I want to show you something that is at the forefront of technology, which everybody wants, a sleek, clean boat. You want that high-end look, that clean setup. There's only one way to get that, and that's digital switching. So Garmin recently bought digital switching. Well, not recently. It's been a while. But what you can do now is you can go in here to your vessels, and all your switches where you have rocker switches, now it's all controlled from the console. So you can label it, all your bilge switches. So anything rocker switch-wise that deteriorate or can fail, now you've got a whole digital switching info where you can control anything you want. So let's take a look at how that's going to work. So for digital switching, right here is going to be the brains. This WDU version 2. This is actually going to process the data to give you the interface on the screen. These modules right here are the actual switches. So Garmin's come out where you can actually do a fail-safe, so you can switch through and toggle and manually turn them on. So if the screen fails or something goes wrong, you can actually go in here and manually do it just like you normally could. Pretty sure it's a 15-circuit switch or a 30-circuit switch. And Garmin says it's unlimited for how many switches you can control. So if you want that clean look up on the console, no switches to worry about, this is going to be how you do it. To show you some new products that have come out that's kind of going to be at the forefront of where Garmin's going networking-wise. So obviously with Livescope, it networks into your units. Everybody's familiar with the Garmin Livescope box. It actually uses a new interface called BlueNet network. So if you're familiar with the adapters that come with the Livescopes that adapt it to the RJ45 connector, Garmin's going to a whole new BlueNet deal. The main difference is this is going to be faster speeds, so it's carrying more and more data, digital switching, radar, thermal cameras, whatever you're carrying through the network. To the RJ45 didn't have the speed needed, so the BlueNet is going to come out. Now, if you want to adapt, maybe you've got a radar or a legacy sonar module or something that still uses that RJ45, you can actually get this adapter right here to adapt it to BlueNet and then network out. So all the 9000 series units are going to have plug-and-play BlueNet. You're not going to have the RJ45 connector. You can streamline those all together, retrofit, use past products, past displays in with the new network, and then of course it unlocks a whole nother level as far as speed goes for your 9000 displays. So all these products, this is where it's going. It's already plug and play on the Livescope boxes. So now you're going to take this to all your displays and share all your data even faster. So one to run down the whole Fusion display. It's a little loud in the show, and of course I've got audio right behind me. A lot of background music. But Fusion has been the staple in marine audio for a long, long time. Garmin acquired them a while back, so now it interfaces in almost seamlessly with all their graphs. You can see on this display we got a menu bar pulled up on the bottom. You can do it on the bottom or the top to control all your audio, control your volume, and then you even have your whole media tab. So you can change your source, change your zones, whole 9 yards, to have a full array of audio source units. The MSBB 100s are our most popular radio. Easy, compact, Nice clean sound, and it's got a cool 2-inch gauge remote. The only problem is it can be a little bit more limiting because you have to have that remote hooked in. Let me show you something right down here. This is the MS WB675. So still, this is a 4-zone radio. It's going to be a little bit higher retail price. I believe it comes in at $499, and it's going to give you a whole nother level as far as audio control. So this one actually has where you can network it into your Garmin Graph, and you can do a wireless remote. So this is their new ANT technology. You got white and black remotes. You can sticker these things anywhere. The big thing is going to be network connectivity to your Garmin display. And he just showed me a really cool feature where this thing will actually auto turn up the volume as your speed goes. So when you crank down the lake and you can't hear your music, this is going to auto come up with you. And then when you slow down, it's going to auto turn down. So it does have a higher efficiency amp, so it's going to be a cleaner sound. And then, of course, you can expand it with all the amps for any audio you could ever want. And you can hear the thump, thump, thump in the background. Fusion is ready to go. Let's get it going. Here is the wall of beauty right here. GPSMap series galore. If you want to power your boat, clean and simple, flush mount display, there is a unit here for you. So let me give you a rundown of what we got over here. We got the 8610. One of my popular units. Of course, the 8000 series has true 1080 screen resolution, and none is going to be more crisp than the 10-inch unit when you're packing all those resolution pixels into one small screen. It's kind of overlooked, but I love it. The 8610, we've got the famous 8612, XSV, non-XSV, true screen, 1080 screen resolution, all your hookups. Come on, baby. You can come alive with me. Oh, yeah. I don't care anything about that. So, 86 series, every option known to man. Of course, what everybody cares about is the beautiful Livescope. And then right next to it, on the left side, this is the dream machine. This is what everybody wants. This is what they aspire to have on their boat. And if you have one, you know what I'm talking about. The 8616 unit right there. Of course, we came out with a brand new 1643 16-inch version. It's not on this wall, only product missing. This is the 1243. So my favorite unit right here, as far as price point goes and screen size, this is the unit. This one kind of threw me off guard. I had to ask the Garmin rep because this actually has a not aftermarket, but a trim panel from Garmin. So if you have an old 7612 or if you have the previous 1242 model, this actual bezel will get it to where you can fit this flush on your unit if you already have the cutout. And then right below it, here's some units that we sell. They're not as popular just because everybody's going screen size. But you've got the 743, 943, and then the old 943 XSV as well. So those units are definitely set up. Full GPSMap series. They've got a unit for you. Visit our website, BassProElectronics.com.